Welcome back again, citizens. Today I wanted to actually start a new series where I just take a bunch of quick looks at some of the ships that I feel like have needed addressing or have had something addressed in the most recent patch, and today we're going to take a look at the Anvil Arrow. I really like this ship. It's probably my favorite of the light fighters, just because it's so agile. I know some people don't like it because it only has one shield, but I think that the size 3 hardpoints really make up for it. It's really agile, it's very fast. But the issue I was having in the last couple of patches, especially the last patch, it can't take a hit from a missile. So having a problem with countermeasures doesn't work. So today I took it back out, flew around in 311 PTU, just so I could take a look at what's going on with the Anvil Arrow and see how it stacks up now. I'm actually running a JS300 power plant. I'm running an FR66 shield generator, and I feel like this should be plenty. The coolers don't need to be changed out because they have enough draw. I've swapped all of the missiles out for size 2 ignites, and I am running 3 fixed Panther repeaters, all overclocked. They do a lot of damage. Now this first target, this was a CS2, and unfortunately, I didn't really get to do anything with the missiles regarding this one. However, I was starting to notice a lot more of the nimbleness in the system and a more responsive flight model, if that makes sense. Like it feels like flight is smoother in 311. However, I think you can see it with this one too. It's almost like the ships will stop fighting. Like it desyncs and then suddenly it just stops moving. They don't care anymore. Or they'll just start flying off in one direction and it's really easy to aim at them. So it was good for the first part of this CS2, but I'm just going to chalk this one up to server problems. In this case, I decided, all right, let's just try another bounty, see what pops up, and I'm trying to get anything that will fire missiles at me. Regrettably, I'm not really getting a lot of that in these first couple of shots. However, what was really nice about this round, this is when I started to actually realize that there's a new range system for missiles. If you look in the bottom right, you can actually see right now I'm below minimum range, which means I need to get further away from them to use it. So that was when I decided for the next couple of rounds and against the harder targets, I would just kind of back out, especially when they start spinning out of control, and kind of take advantage of the missile locks. Mustangs don't really require much, and I don't know what it is with this patch. In 3.10, Mustang Deltas felt like they had some teeth to them. If you look at one of my latest bounty hunting videos or my previous bounty hunting video, you'll actually see that the Mustang Deltas were doing significantly more damage and more work. I'm wondering if this is because they cut the amount of process that's been sent to NPCs in 311. But this has all still been a really nice way to see how it handles, and that the thrusters aren't constantly overheating anymore when you're still keeping those nice tight banks. The minimum range requirement on missiles also makes me feel like ships such as the Arrow that are meant to really get in your face and stay close aren't going to have to worry so much about missiles, just because 90% of the time you're not going to be able to utilize the fact that you have a missile launcher. And if you do, they should be able to close that gap and either slingshot past your missiles and completely avoid them, since they have that new tracking where they aren't able to snap back onto target. They have to reacquire a lock. I actually take advantage of that in this little bit of footage. You'll see some missiles get popped out at me in the middle of the fight, and I actually just launch past them as quickly as I can. It doesn't seem like you get incoming missile notifications anymore. I'm not sure if that's just this 311 patch or if that's intended to be addressed before it hits live. At this point I decide, okay, I'm gonna just launch some missiles, see how it is. The Ignite 2's super fast lock time, so I was able to basically just fire and forget at him. You can see that at this range also the missiles are still really impactful, but as I go to overtake this, something hits me. I think it was some missiles. I tried to look at the footage to see exactly what it was, and I couldn't locate it. Maybe I hit some shrapnel, but I got taken out really quick. So at that point I decided I'm going to go hunting out any sort of encounter I can have where I have to deal with missiles. Thankfully I was able to find one. This really helps out to demonstrate not only how missiles work from your end, but how they work on the receiving end. So they're really good to open up as you approach now, and they're really good for when you disengage past somebody. So like right there, you can see that they tried to fire missiles at me, and then I just shoot past the missiles, and now they have no way to target me. So those missiles are completely lost. And with a ship like the Arrow, it just seems like it's way easier to do that now. You don't have to, feel like they have a beeline straight for you. Whenever somebody would fire cross-section missiles at my Arrow in 310, I would literally just stop flying because I knew I was dead. It didn't matter how fast I was going. Some of those, I think it's the Arrestor 3s, are hitting you at 1300 meters per second. There's no way you're going to outrun that. It doesn't matter if you have an Arrow. It's not quick enough. This was the final one. I just wanted to kind of show off how quickly this can also take out other ships. The one thing that is good to consider whenever you're fighting these NPCs and testing a ship out is that they have significantly less shielding than a player ship does on purpose. Player shields tend to be very, very strong, especially if somebody knows how to counter build their load. In a ship like this, you're stuck with one. Thank you all for checking out this video. Let me know if you'd like to see me explain more of my thoughts on these ships. I'm thinking that maybe the next ship I will do for this will be something like the Hawk or maybe the Banu Defender, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to be entered in for a chance to win that Avenger Titan that I'm raffling away. Otherwise, have a great day. See you in the verse.